Alright. Hopefully this one works out better. Will it? Ah, much, much clearer. Alright. Hello friends, and welcome to the channel. I'm Handington, and today we're going to give a shout out to AshGamer205, aka Ash-Greninja. Now, when I wrote my name, I accidentally added a bit too big of a space between the H and the A, so it's a little bit weird. I actually started off this live stream through the YouTube app, and what happened was, it did not look good. It just did not look good at all. It was so blurry. So I started to draw. That's why you can see part of the outline filled in a little bit over here. But we are going to continue the rest of this on the camera, and I'm going to try to tap the screen a couple of times so this way we stay in the camera app, because I'm recording this through DU Recorder, and I just have my camera up. So we will do the ritual removing of the eyes. Opening up our trusty Sharpie pen. Connecting it to the magnet on my laptop. And we shall begin doing this. Ah, hello Bendy and the Bendy the Inky Gamer. That is perfectly fine. You don't have to stay here. You could enjoy playing your game instead. Let's see. We shall begin working on this over here. This is one big curve going all the way down. This is a straight line. And this is just a line. And this one here is a longer line. Now, I sketched this out beforehand because otherwise I didn't want to take forever figuring out how I wanted to place this, because Ash-Greninja has a very complex design. It was not super simple. So this was not a very easy one for me to do, because there's a whole lot of zigzags and stuff. So I'm doing the best I can. Doing the best I can with what I've got. So we will put down another line here, and another line going down this way. We're going to try to finish out more of the little side hair spike things. I have a picture over here for reference. Oh, I did forget something. Okay. I forgot the little lightning bolt. Oh, shoot. The camera gave out. Whoops-a-doodles. Did not intend on doing that. It is a hot day, and my GPS on my phone is still messed up, because it is not Hillcrest that I live in, but it always says that. Yet it gets correct when I need Google Maps. So it's only correct when I need it to be correct. When I don't need it to be correct, it is not correct. So I guess that is actually a good situation. Messed up a little bit on the line here, so I'm going to darken it a bit more for this. There we go. Hi, Metatani X. Try not to joke around or kid about stuff like that. That is not something good to kid about. We will draw a line. Now this one, we need another line, but I believe his face is rounded. It's a little rounded on the bottom, so it's not a straight line. We round the edge. There we go. This is a bit more pointy than I would have liked. This is just a very difficult design. I'm not going to feel too bad for messing it up a little bit. I usually like to draw things that are a bit simpler. And we'll draw this. And you'll go here, tap the screen to refresh the app. One more. And there we go. Now we add in 2 more of the face lines. And we're doing alright. We're getting a lot of the face down. Now we have to draw the eyes. We'll draw the slanty eyelids here first. And then more of his eyelids there. This side is a bit better than this side. Oops-a-doodle, but that is the way it will have to be, because this is a very weird thing. I don't normally draw too many Pokemon, especially Pokemon as complicated as this one. Oh, I forgot the other spiky thing. Now for another line. And another line. Okay, the face is coming along. Going to add in another face nub. Yeah, that is very lopsided. We will add in the tongue scarf, which is pretty interesting design for this ninja. The frog ninja's tongue is a scarf. It rarely ever unwraps its tongue. Usually keeps it around. And it fights using water shurikens. Shurikens made out of water. Of course. Keep forgetting to tap to go back into that. This is where the tongue starts to wrap around. And I'm going to leave that extra line there because that's more of a shadow rather than a definitive line. Let me see. Okay. We will put in this line to help us start out with the water shuriken. More shuriken lines. This is not my greatest commentary, but I'm focusing on the drawing because I do not wish to mess it up any more than it already is. But I'm a fan of Pokemon. I like Greninja's design. It's the 3rd evolution of Froakie, the water starter from Pokemon X and Y. It's a very popular Pokemon because it's a ninja. And it's a water type, it's strong, it's a starter, and it's very well liked. A lot of people are against Poplio, who is a starter in Pokemon Sun and Moon. I am not against Poplio. I do like Greninja, though I had chosen Chespin, because I thought Chespin was super cute, and it evolves. Its evolution is actually kind of terrible. It's very weak. Still love it because it was my starter, but kind of like the other two over Chespin in terms of evolutions. But I did think that Chespin was the cutest out of all 3 of them, including Fennekin. But people loved Fennekin because it was a little fox. People didn't realize how awesome Greninja would end up being when it evolved originally. Now that they do know, Greninja is very popular, and so is Froakie, as starters go. Now this is an interesting little chest thingy, because it goes rounded at first, and then becomes a spike on the bottom. That goes along with its body. Alright, we have the basic layout for our little Ash-Greninja friend. Sorry if it's a little hard to see. I have to not look at this. Oh! I just realized. I think the title is wrong. Hold on, let me refresh the page. The game is off. This is not Plants vs. Zombies. This is a live drawing. But you know what? I will set the game to Pokemon X and Y. Whoa. I'll set the game to Pokemon X and Y because it's from X and Y. So now if we refresh the page, it should work out better. Okie doke. Now because this is on the camera, we have to enter the Phantom Zone, everybody. While I erase. Don't worry. Don't leave. Things will be okay soon. We're just going to be in the Phantom Zone for a short time while I erase all of the excess lines from our Ash-Greninja buddy. Can you still hear me? I hope you can hear me. I will increase the volume of my voice. Oh, a cool bit of extra news. A friend of ours is treating us, as well as a bunch of other friends, out to go to an escape room as a birthday celebration for some other people who have their birthdays around this month. So we are basically, my sister and I, and a bunch of other people, are all going to an escape room. And it'll be a lot of fun. So, if any of you can remind me, I will tell you about it later. Otherwise, I will try to remember it on my own. Though that doesn't usually work out too well. I usually need to write things down. Right now, I am writing on the page, but I'm not writing down the info. I am writing extra lines that I have missed. Finishing a couple of things that I didn't notice before until all the extra little lines are erased. Okay, then. This is good. This is done. Now to exit the Phantom Zone. And now you can see the rest of the page. I will tap the screen, so this way it refreshes, and I will look up over here on my computer. I put in Microsoft Paint, a picture of Ash-Greninja that I used as reference. As you can see, the tongue is not there. I added in the tongue, but I kept it pretty similar to the picture. I did the best I could. So we will get one of our colored pencils, which I am keeping on the side here. We'll start off with the red. And we will begin with the red of his eyes. There we are, that's nice. Then we'll continue with the red of his little star pointy thing. We have nobody watching this stream anymore. So I'm not going to check over at the chat. And I'm just going to keep the reference page up because there is nobody here to watch this live. This is an awkward time, but it is the only time when I had time. So we are doing this now. And I will color in the right side a little bit more with my mechanical pencil for shading. And this here is a little red lightning bolt of hair. There we are. I believe that's it for the red. So we can retire the red for the moment. Oh no, wait! Missed a spot. We are not done with the red. Right here, we need to add in a bit more color. So we'll finish up the little star shape. And we're good. Now next, I'll put away red. Next, we will use, there we go, yellow. Not too much yellow on Ash-Greninja, except the little part underneath its mouth here. It's a little difficult to see the yellow. It's a very light color. It's not a very vibrant yellow. We will color in this side. So this will become a nice little yellow. Singing a song I'm making up on the spot. Gonna color in the weird little chest circle. It isn't quite a circle. It's more of a curve that ends in a spike in the middle of the Greninja. There we go. I actually don't know too much about the lore of Ash-Greninja, besides it being a Greninja that is linked to Ash somehow. He did not fuse with Ash. It's more like the Greninja is just able to bond with Ash, and then became a different style of Greninja. But it is treated as though it is a completely separate Pokemon, and nobody knows whether to count it as a separate evolution of Greninja, or a different form of Greninja, or if it's just an entirely different thing in general. Nobody is sure. It's just a thing. But I colored in the lighter color top part of its head, and I'm also going to use this shade for the water shuriken behind it. I could add in a wave effect, but I'm kind of tired, and I need to save my energy for later in the evening during the escape room. So I'm going to not go to the extra work of adding in anything else, or making it as special and detailed as that, so we're just going to have a solid color. I don't know how they did the wave effect besides having splotches of light and dark. This is just going to be all one solid color. Right there. I think. Here we go. Yes. This is not one of my best live drawings. I know I have certainly done better, but I'm going to try anyway. I don't have an audience to entertain, so it's not like people are watching this live, though you will be able to see it when it is up later on the channel, and it will be on the channel for a much longer period of time than it is live. So you will be able to watch it for as long as you want. Then I will check back up on the page. Is anybody else here? Oh, Magic Toys Land TR dropped by. Magic Toyland's TR always says that they leave a like, but they never ever do. So these little lumps will be white. These little lumps will be white. The rest will be either black and or blue. So we'll put the yellow aside. I forgot to do that. The tongue is pink. Gotta add in the pinky pink. A little pinky pie poo tongue. Just realized Pinkie Pie Poo was a bad alliteration, because that is probably what Pinkie Pie does in the bathroom. I believe for the anime, the Pokemon anime, which I have not watched for a long time, besides the original series and a couple of episodes here and there, watched a little bit of Diamond and Pearl. I don't know of all the things, they just kind of started to do who knows what in the anime. Just kind of did their own thing. Which I think it's kind of cool how... Oh, shoot. Come back. Come on, camera. There we go. I think it's kind of cool how they added in Ash-Greninja into the games from the anime as a secret little bonus. Nobody's sure of where Ash places in the game world, though, because in Sun and Moon, there was the Mimikyu room, and you could see a Pikachu on Ash's shoulder, which everybody went, oh my gosh, it's Ash, there's a picture of Ash in the actual games. So, that was a cool thing. This is a darker shade of blue than the other one. Well, they're pretty similar from here. When you look at them side by side, you can see the difference a little better, but not too much. You gotta really push down dark if you want there to be a difference. So there we go. See? There is a slight difference, so that is why I'm using a different shade. Oh shoot, I drew on the board again. This is actually a cutting board that I don't use for cooking. As a birthday gift, I had wanted a drawing pad, so my grandmother had bought me, and my mother had decided, okay, we'll buy him, rather than a set drawing pad, we'll buy a cutting board, which will do basically the same thing, and it's colored orange-ish. Looks a bit more orangey in real life as opposed to on camera. That's how the lighting is. So, yep, this is my special little drawing cutting board that I use for my art. Both my mother and grandmother have passed away, so I am happy to be able to draw with this. Oops. Oh, and I realized I forgot part of the tongue. I usually end up forgetting something. So it's nice to draw on this. My grandmother on my father's side, who is alive, is more of the artist of the family. My grandmother on my mother's side, who passed away, was not as much of an artist. She really wasn't an artist. My mother liked to draw. She would enjoy drawing stuff. I wouldn't particularly say she was an artist in the sense that, like, not a professional thing, but she would draw. She liked drawing. She'd do fun little doodles. So, I have some artists in the family. Not necessarily that I'm an excellent artist. My grandmother was a professional artist, so she would draw pictures and do other professional things. That was her actual job. And my mother just did an occasional doodle here and there. That was adorable, usually for some sort of arts and crafts or school function. My father would always talk about how he could draw, too, anytime I brought up drawing, and then he would always say how it's not worth, what you get out of it is not worth all the time that goes into drawing it, and that's why he doesn't draw every time whenever I would talk about drawing. So, and then he would also talk about how my mother would draw some things. That's usually how conversations would end up going. Are the eyelids... Oh, the eyelids are black. They are not blue. Odd. Okay. This part is blue. Ah, darn it. I keep forgetting to click on the screen. But for the fact that I have clicked a couple of times on the screen, it is still better than the last time I had tried recording with the camera and DU recorder. So it is ultimately still a positive improvement overall. And this part is blue. This part is a dark blue. That will go here for you. A lot of these, I felt very bad about my art for a little while, and then I remembered, oh, that's right. These are just very quick little fun shout-outs I do for fun. It's not like when I draw much more professionally and when I did it for my classes and other stuff like that, when I would draw a bit more detailed. Because I can draw detailed. It just takes a lot of time. And usually for quick little shout-outs like this, I just like to draw these quick little things for fun. Helps to keep me in practice. Helps to keep me a drawing and having fun doing art. It's not super serious. Not going to be sold or anything. Just for a fun little shout-out. And this way other people can see the drawing. I like to shake them up so I don't always do the drawings and shout-outs the same way. Some I'll do live streams, some I will draw the whole thing, some I'll do a speed art, some I'll just show the finished product. I do whichever I feel. And today, I feel like doing a live stream. even though nobody is here to watch. But that is fine, because other people will show up. Usually they'll say sorry that they missed it, and that is perfectly fine. You don't need to show up to every live stream. You can always watch it again on the channel, or not watch it. It's up to you. Do as you wish. There's no pressure, no force. You just want to have a nice, fun, chill time. And if you watch this in the background of something that you're doing, like if you're doing something else and just listening to my voice, then I apologize that this is not very good commentary while I draw. And if you are actually watching the video instead, because you're interested in the drawing, then thank you. I hope it is not too boring for you. All right. We are just about done. Ow. I've been doing a lot of recording and stuff with my hand. It really hurts at the moment. Oh, and I've been pushing down on it. Ow. All right. I'm going to hold the camera with my right hand. I'm going to attempt to draw with my left hand. I am not ambidextrous. But this is just shading. So we're going to experiment, and hopefully I don't mess this up. I don't want to use the precision one. I want to use one that's a bit less precise. So I'm giving my right hand a bit of a break. And I'm going to try drawing with my left hand and shading in the area over here. It's very blurry. I don't want to give up right now. My hand is really hurting, so I need to give it a rest. Been trying to record... Oh, darn it. I've been trying to record a bunch of episodes because I won't be able to for a while during the summer. So I needed to do a whole lot of editing and recording in advance. And all of the hand talking and drawing is starting to catch up to me. Hurts a bit. So we're going with this. That's not too bad. I won't color in all of the tongue over here. I will color in a little bit. So we'll add in the shading here. Just like that video with that I did a while back from the Big Bird documentary about how you can't do the hand puppet thing for too long or else your hand ends up hurting. I need to be aware of that. Oops, stray line. So that I don't hurt my hand severely. So that's why I'm drawing in a very derpy way with my left. But it's just for some shading. And now, the arm white thingies. Whatever the heck these things are, the white spikes, these are going to be colored in. This will be done in a moment. And the right side. This is going very slowly because I'm trying to be precise. I'm using a hand that has almost no precision. Like this side. My left. Okay, I managed to do it. I'm not going to do this outro with Handington on my right hand because, man, it hurts. Oh, we got kicked out of the camera again. So, yep, my hand really hurts right now. But this is the shout-out to AshGamer205. I'll put the Handington eyes on my left hand. It's interchangeable. So here we go. Shout-out to Ash-Greninja from Handington. Sorry if it was on the side, I didn't notice until now. Here it is. The tongue is in the shade. He has his arms crossed with the water shuriken, a giant water shuriken on his back. I like it. Turned out better than I thought. But I believe it's that time again. If you like what I do, don't be shy to give a thumbs up. Have a pleasant day, everyone, and this is Handington, signing off. Bye!